Hello everyone, I want to use some of these faux book pages for the Recycle, Repurpose, Reuse stroke Usual Scraps Challenge in the Facebook group, the Mixed Media Emporium this week. And for anybody that wants to follow along with this challenge, I'll leave the link to the Facebook group, the Mixed Media Emporium, in the description box below. Now, you could of course use original book pages if you wanted to. I've just got loads of these hanging around and, I just wanted to use these scraps up. I've also got a few pieces of this faux tea or coffee stained paper that I thought I might be able to use as well as some of these mini wooden plaques. I'm just going to use a piece of parchment paper to catch my glue, and I'm going to use a glue stick. Mine is Pritt, and I'm just going to apply a liberal amount to my stick. Here we are, just making sure I've got plenty on the edges, and I'm just going to start off by applying some to this tea or coffee stained type paper. Burnish it down on the edge. Make sure that I use my finger then, just to make sure that I've made an indent of the shape. Cut away the excess, and then I'm just going to file this with an emery board, and I just find that this is the quickest and easiest way to get rid of the excess in a really neat and easy way. And you can see that it just comes away really easily. Of course, that's now glued down, and I've added some glue to the other side, so I need to glue a piece of paper down onto the opposite side. Let's choose this one here, and let's try and get this relatively straight. Again, we can just burnish this down, and again use the same method to just trim away the excess and use an emery board to file the excess away. That looked gorgeous. So that's the back side with the tea stained paper, and that's the book paper. What I want to do next is just add some walnut stain just to ink around the edges, and then I'm just going to go off and make a few more in the same way. Love it. These are my plates, and that's what they look like on the back. They're all the same, slightly different shades, and I've decided that I want to decorate them with some of the flowers that I've been drying over the past few weeks. And I am thinking that I can add some of these dried flowers on here like this. We've got this gorgeous thistle. Where can that one go? Decide which way round this needs to go. I think that's the front. I love this bud here, but of course that's way too big. So I think what I'm going to have to do is take the leaves off, which is fine because I can use the leaves in a different project. But maybe have that on there. These are the flowers that I've chosen to add to my little plaques, and I'm going to use some gel medium. This is the Galleria matte medium. I'm hoping I've got enough of this. I do have an emergency bottle of another brand if I don't have enough. And what I'm going to do is just apply some of this over the background, like so. Add my flower, just make sure I've got that where I want it. Then I'm just going to go back over with some more of the matte medium, making sure that I've got the whole of that flower covered. And then I want to use a napkin. Now I've just got a regular white table napkin. I'm just going to cut a piece of this off. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing because if I do it in camera shot, I'm going to end up with glue absolutely everywhere. I've just cut one of the quarters off, and then I'm just going to take the plies apart. Now this is three ply. I just want one of the plies. Here we are. And let me just move that one out of the way, just so that I don't get this where I don't want it. And I'm just going to place that over the top, and this is just going to hold my flower in place. And really gently I'm just going to apply some more of the matte medium over the top. What you want to do is just make sure that you get rid of any air bubbles. So what you can see I'm doing is just tapping just to get rid of any of the air bubbles around the edge here, and I'm just going to set this off to one side to dry. Just be really gentle about this, because if you're tough with this, it will tear. So there we are, that will do fine. Let's do another one. So a good layer of the matte medium here, then my flower, some more matte medium over the top, again just being really gentle. Of course, dried flowers are delicate, so just be really gentle. And then let's use a separate napkin. Let's take another ply apart, and oh, I've got glue on my fingers, and just place this over the top. Just gently press it down. Now this one's quite bulky, so I'm just trying to press out some of those air bubbles, and then I'm just going to apply a really thin layer of the matte medium again over the top, and I'm going to do this with all of my flowers until they're all glued down. I've added matte medium to all of my dried flowers and left them for, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour for them to dry. So the matte medium is dry enough now for me to file them. So again, I'm just going to use my emery board just to file the excess away. It will come away really easily again. When it comes to the stem, I'm just going to chop that off. I'll do it from the back side, which will probably be easier. There we are, and just continue my filing. These are absolutely beautiful. They're dry enough for me to handle, but you can still see that they're a little bit on the opaque side. They'll go more transparent as the rest of the glue dries, but you know, as I've said, they're dry enough for me to touch. So what can we do with these? Well, let me just choose one. Which one am I going to choose? Let's choose this one here, and I'm going to use my crocodile. I'm just going to punch a hole. I'm going to punch a hole here. I'm going to pop an eyelet in there as well. Choose a little brass one. So let's pop that in there, and I'm just going to squeeze this down. See if I can do this without screwing it up. Yep, that's perfect. And then I can just add a little light bulb pin, and then I can dangle that from a journal. And how cute is that? Isn't that just absolutely beautiful? How pretty. You could dangle a charm from the bottom if you wanted to, but I just think that's absolutely lovely as it is. If you like the idea of making these, but you don't have any of these little mini wooden plaques, you could easily create something very, very similar by just cutting up small pieces of cardstock and stacking them together. I would say that these are 2 or 3 millimeters thick. You could round the edges if you want to, but you know, even if you had them as a rectangle, they'd still look really, really cute. So, you know, lots of ways that you can interpret this with supplies that you've already got in your stash. I hope you've enjoyed today's video and it's given you some inspiration as to how to use your dried flowers. As always, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. Do let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what you would do with these as well. How would you use these to decorate your projects, journals, or anything else? You know, do let me know in the comments below. But most importantly, thanks for watching. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.